From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSNSports.net, the Valley Sports Network, the source for Imperial Valley sports. For John Moreno, this is Vic Carrillo here at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium in beautiful Imperial, California, as the Imperial Tigers host the ever-dangerous and vaunted running game of the Palo Verde Yellowjackets out of the city of Blythe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a beautiful night for preseason football here in September as the preseason continues on. The 3-1 Imperial Tigers against the vastly improved Yellowjackets, coming off a 33-0 win over San Joaquin Academy in Riverside County last week after finally getting their offensive line to gel, as they had to replace 18 starters from last year. But we'll get into more detail of that as you're all excitedly awaiting the voice of choice, the real deal, the master blaster, your friend and mine, Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Well, Vic, thank you. We're here at Imperial High School, where the Imperial Tigers, always a contender in the Imperial Valley League, against last year's CIF champs, the Palo Verde Yellowjackets. And one thing, Vic, that we've got tonight is we've got a spread offense on Imperial, and we've got a double wing running game against the Palo Verde Yellowjackets. And as you like to say, a tale of two cities. It was the best of times and it was the worst of times.
Well, you got it, John. Palo Verde, under the direction of Wally Grant, who's come in and they've gotten away from that aerial attack West Coast offense that George Dagdino made famous up in Blythe, a high-scoring team, exciting football. They would be passing from the parking lot as soon as they got off the team bus when they came to visit. Now with a double wing T, two tight ends, they pack it in toe-to-toe, the offensive linemen and the running backs just pound and ground, John, as they've led them to the state championship the last 2 years, besides winning the San Diego CIF CIF championships in Division 4 and Division 5.
And so it's interesting that we're going to watch tonight these two different offensive attacks, but the key is the defense. How is the defense going to be covering these offensive attacks from Palo Verde? And going to stop the pass. Imperial going to stop the run. That's the key right there.
Well, a lot of pressure is going to be put on the linebackers and the defensive secondary of Imperial, because the way this offense is designed with the two tight ends and they pack it in tight, the defense doesn't realize who has the ball until he's 5 yards into the respective opponent's defense. And so they're past the line of scrimmage, and then you have the linebackers and particularly the safeties, who are probably 30 to 40 pounds smaller or lighter than the running backs, who are over 200 pounds or 220. It's a mismatch, John, that any running back coach and those that loved 3 yards in a cloud of dust of Woody Hayes and the Ohio State Buckeyes offense of the 50s, 60s, and 70s would adore.
Well, let's talk about the Imperial Tigers tonight. We've got several players that are doing fairly well with of course, their quarterback, Jaden Ayala, Jaden Wilson, the wide receiver, Julian Jimenez, Ethan Reeves, and Jared Nixon. We saw them a couple of weeks ago when they went to Hopeville to take on the Hopeville Vikings in that Desert Classic. So tonight, hope Imperial came out on top on that game, and so hopefully tonight we'll see some more of that exciting Imperial football here at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium.
Well, John, when you talk about exciting players, first we'll go with the Imperial side. Jaden Ayala comes in with 41 pass completions on 78 attempts after 4 games for 634 yards and 9 touchdowns to his credit. They like to run a well-balanced spread offense, and he likes to throw to Nixon, who has 10 receptions for 2 touchdowns, and Joel Villacampos, who's the leading receiver with 14 receptions, 3 touchdowns, but 237 total yards, as we pause to recognize our national anthem and the flag of the United States of America.
Crow trying his best. Crow is in. Crow is in. Robles, as we said, and he is nailing it. Whoa! Woo!
Well, back live here at Imperial High School, where the Palo Verde Yellowjackets are coming into town and taking on the Tigers of Imperial.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Valley Sports Network, your Valley Sports Information Center. As we welcome back the voice of choice, John Moreno. This is Vic Carrillo here at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium. John, tell us, what are the keys for tonight's game, and where else are the local high schools playing?
Well, the keys to tonight's game is to contain that running attack. So the Imperial has to their defense has to stick it to them. We saw them, like I said, at Hopeville, and Hopeville was the same type of offense, running the ball, sparingly throwing the ball. But elsewhere, if you didn't catch last night, the Granite Hills at Central, final score 34-6. Granite Hills ranked 3 in the San Diego County CIF. Tonight, Calexico is at Hopeville. And Southwest went to La Quinta, and Brawley is taking on a very tough team up in University City in San Diego. So we've got some exciting games tonight. You can also watch the Brawley at University City tonight on VSN with Will and Ron doing that game.
And don't forget Vincent Memorial, the Scots, and that high-powered offense of David Wong and Fernando Santana, fueled by Jacobo Elias. They're at Mountain Empire up in Buckman Springs, just an hour and a half away from here to the west in that cool weather.
And Vincent is 2-2 going into that game, so hopefully they'll have a stroke of luck and come back with a 3-2.
So, John, Palo Verde changed their offensive format, as Alberto Albanez Jr. would let you know, went from the aerial attack where they were passing from the parking lot as soon as they got to the stadium. Now it's pound and ground, and it's been extremely successful. As tonight's captains, will get back to the commentary.
Ethan Reeves, number 9.
Okay, Gabe De Leon, Jesus Flores, Jaden Castillo, and Ismael Maciel are the captains for Palo Verde. De Leon, the quarterback, wears number 8, Flores 52, Castillo 65, and Maciel 88. For the Imperial Tigers, their captains are number 33, Joel Campos. He has switched jerseys from 36 to 33 for tonight's ball game. Number 9, Ethan Reeves, who leads the Tigers in sacks with 5 thus far. And quarterback number 5, Jaden Ayala. And it's rounded up by the anchor of their offensive line and defense, number 66, Jose Apodaca Jr. Okay, John, take it away.
So anyway, Vic, we've got an exciting game tonight. Hopefully this will be a precursor to league. The next week is the last season, preseason league, and then a week after, in October, we're going to see the Imperial Valley League, and this is what the preseason is all about, to get out the kinks, to get your game going. And right now, Imperial won the toss, and they've elected to receive.
So Imperial, their key players are the quarterback, Ayala, who has 634 yards passing on 41 completions for 9 touchdowns. They like to hand the ball to Julian Jimenez. He has 61 carries for 372 yards and 3 touchdowns. Castro has 23 carries for 112 yards and 1 touchdown. And they like to balance their running game with a passing attack, where Villacampos with 14 receptions, Nixon with 10, and Lopez with 4 are the primary.
So we're back to receive is number 0.
0, that's Alfredo Dorame.
Alfredo Dorame, and number 28.
That's Bo Zinn.
And it's going to be a pooch kick. And that'll be stopped there by number 1 for the Tigers, Brandon Felix. And the ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line of Imperial.
So the Imperial Tigers will come out with Ayala at quarterback, number 5. He'll be joined in the backfield with Jimenez, Reeves, and Castro, 7, 9, and 26 respectively. The receivers are Lopez, Nixon, and Villacampos, 2, 24, and 36. We'll give you their offensive line after this play. Coming out in a spread formation, shotgun formation. Ladies and gentlemen, John Moreno with a call.
Jaden Ayala out of the shotgun, doubles. Hands it off. Right up the middle, number 7 for the Julian Jimenez for the Tigers. Picks up 5 yards.
So they like to go with Jaden Lopez,
Looks like 7 yards, So it'll be a 2nd and 3 for the Tigers.
Defensively, the Yellow Jackets like to go with Ramirez, Richards, Erico Ramirez, Gibson, and Fernandez. We'll give you the remaining defensive starters after this play. Quick dive up the middle.
Ayala to Jimenez again. And he'll get the first down, takes it past the 45 to the 46.
So Jimenez comes into the game with 372 total yards rushing, where Januel Fernandez leads both teams with 70 carries for 514 yards rushing thus far for Palo Verde, along with 7 touchdowns to his credit.
1st and 10 with trips left. Ayala. Penalty flags. There's a false start.
Yeah, we saw some movement on the right side of the line of Imperial as they go with Apodaca at center. The guards are Fierro and Alvarez. The tackles are Malik and Lugo.
So down at the 46 now with a 1st and 15 for Imperial.
Defensively, the key players for the Yellow Jackets are Richards, Ramirez, Parrish, and Fernandez.
Running the ball, the Tigers. Jimenez breaking away. Crossing midfield to the 46 of Palo Verde.
It's hard to pick up for me the yellow numbers on the white jerseys. And that reminds me of a story, John, when the Golden Bulldogs back in the 20s and 30s and early 40s had white uniforms with yellow numbers. Then they changed to garnet and white. You can finish the story after this play.
2nd and short. Jimenez breaks through and gets a first down and more to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Imperial. Move those chains. It was Coach Bogle coming from, I think it was Oklahoma, and couldn't read the numbers. And in 1944, during the Warriors, they changed the color
to garnet and white.
Actually, it was a cardinal, but then eventually became garnet
or maroon.
Maroon.
But they were the Oklahoma Sooner colors.
Right. 1st and 10. Jimenez out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. Jimenez is taking the handoff and picks up a couple. Still on the stop there for the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets, number 3.
That's Erico Ramirez. We have a number change as well. Rigo Lopez has switched from jersey number 6 to number 19. And we'd like to thank the athletic director, Jenny Hahn, for providing that information and update. And John, Alberto Albanez Jr. is listening in from Blythe, California, along with other Yellow Jacket fans.
Listening or watching?
Or watching the game.
Erico again on that stop. Jimenez gets a couple.
Well, John, with you being the voice of choice, surely they have the volume up at the highest level.
Yes, they do. I'm sure they do. Good old Alberto Albanez. He called me before the game today. Gave me a little scouting report. 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. They've dominated this first quarter and intercepted by number 8 for the Yellow Jackets.
That's Gabriel de Leon, the quarterback. But it was deflected by number 7 for the Yellow Jackets, that being Joel Fernandez. And not Joel, it's Januel Fernandez.
Unfortunate turn of events for the Tigers. They were marching the ball down the field. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 29.
Well, now we see the double wing tee that the Yellow Jackets have employed for the last several seasons under the direction of Wally Grant, who's had a lot of major success at Palo Verde and getting them not only to the CIF section finals and championship games, but the state finals as well, and winning those.
De Leon under center. Number 7, the ball carrier for the Yellow Jackets. That is Januel Fernandez. And Fernandez picks up 4. 2nd and 6 for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, the Yellow Jackets like to use 2 tight ends. Number 88, Ismael Maciel. Number 22, Alonso Hernandez. The offensive line left to right, 52, Jesus Flores. 61, Andrew Newton. 72, Wesley Mays. 56, Jesus Haragi. And number 65, Jaden Castillo.
Everybody in tight. Fernandez loses the ball, but is able to hang on to it. So Janelle Fernandez looks like he picks up a first down.
Well, that offensive line is bypassing the defensive front of the Imperial Tigers, John. It puts a lot of pressure on the cornerbacks and defensive safeties, who are usually weighing 160 pounds, dripping wet, to come in and make the stop when the running backs are weighing 200 pounds and 220 pounds, like Erico Ramirez, along with Januel Fernandez, the leading rusher for the Yellow Jackets.
Short of the first down marker, 3rd and 2 in the first quarter, 7:17 remaining.
Pitch to number 3 for the Yellow Jackets. That's Erico Ramirez.
And not quite there on the first down, so he's got a yard to go. 4th and short, very short. 6:51 and counting.
Ramirez specializing in short yardage situations, John. He comes into the game with 35 carries, 189 yards thus far this season after 4 games, with 2 touchdowns to his credit. Tigers in all black uniforms with red numerals and red helmets.
Timeout is called. Tonight's game is brought to you by Esquer Realty. Discover your dream home with Mark Esquer Realty. Our dedicated team is committed to finding the perfect property for you. Trust Mark Esquer for all your property needs. 357-9707, the mark of excellence. By Burgers and Beer. Stay tuned for our post game as we will announce the Burgers and Beer Player of the Game. Come watch the VSN Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer. By the El Centro Police Department, we are dedicated to serve our community through partnerships, professionalism, and uncompromising excellence. That's the El Centro Police Department. By La Fonda Bar and Grill, a fiesta of flavor in every bite. Experience the vibrant taste of Mexico with our authentic dishes crafted with the finest ingredients. That's La Fonda, an El Centro tradition at 950 South 4th. By Imperial Flyer Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Proud supporters of our U.S. military and Imperial Valley communities. 4th and short, and the Yellow Jackets are going to go for it. Get Leon under center. Fernandez will get the ball and breaks away as he gets a first down and more, crossing midfield to the 45.
It was number 1, Brandon Felix, with 7 tackles on the season, making that stop. Otherwise, he would have gone for the quick 6, John. Excellent run, excellent blocking up front by that offensive line of Flores, Newton, and Mays. And really, you got to give credit to the whole offensive line, including Jesus Haragi and Jaden Castillo, as they just pushed the defensive front of the Imperial Tigers. And it's a good one, John, that has their hands full here trying to figure out the offense of this double wing T.
Fernandez with a quick toss. Breaks up 3 yards.
You know, it looks like it resembles a rugby scrum here, and you can't find out until the players are pulled off at the end of the play. Making that tackle is the leading tackle, one of the leading tacklers for the Imperial Tigers, Joel Campos.
5:35 remaining, first quarter. No score. 2nd and 6 for the Yellow Jackets at the Tiger 42.
Correction, that was Joel Villa Campos. You got to give credit where credit's due, John. There's a penalty flag on the play.
Encroachment on the defense, so it's a 5-yard penalty.
Tonight's officiating crew representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association is headed by the white hat, the head referee, Jesse J.J. Jackson. The umpire is James Bentley. The head linesman is Bruce Hartstock. Line judge is Randy Ross. And the back judge is Michael Garcia. Another outstanding crew here officiating tonight.
2nd and 2. Ramirez will get the first down. No, he doesn't. He's about a yard shy. So another 4th and very short situation for the Yellow Jackets coming up.
So Erico Ramirez, the short yardage specialist here for the Yellow Jackets. So it'll be 3rd and a short 1 for the Yellow Jackets. The ball at the 36-yard line of Imperial. They're going left to right on your visual screen, south to north, as the Tigers are defending the northern goal here at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium.
De Leon under center. Fernandez will get the ball this time. Gets that first down, will cross the 35 to the 34. So Yellow Jackets 1st and 10.
It looked like Reeves in there to make the stop for the Tigers.
The mission of the Imperial County Health Department is to promote, protect, and support the health of people, the environment, and our communities. Visit our website, icphd.org. By Letterman and Bros. Have you earned your varsity letter? We'll get your Letterman jacket started today at Letterman and Bros. Call Dan at 693-5034. 1st and 10, the Yellow Jackets in Tiger Country. Fernandez, this time they give it to the big man, number 15, Vic, and he takes it up the field, gets a first down, picking up 12 yards on the carry.
That was Philip Maciel, 240-pound fullback, just thundering his way up the middle for a first down, as the Tiger defense still trying to find out who has the ball, and the Houdini-like ball handling of the quarterback for the Yellow Jackets, Gabriel de Leon,
and they got
running this offense masterfully.
Fernandez stopped by number 10 for the Tigers.
That's Mario Gagiola, only a sophomore, in to make the stop there.
Picking up 2 yards.
As David Shaw is trying to find the right combination here to stifle the running game, but not only that, to handle the outstanding blocking by that offensive line of the Yellow Jackets and Wally Grant.
2nd and 8 at the 22. Going in for the Yellow Jackets. Maciel is back in there. Janelle. Maciel gets the handoff. It looks like somebody stripped the ball. Number 33 for the Tigers.
Joel Villacampos.
Villacampos takes it away. Give it back to me. And the Tigers regain possession.
Villacampos, a stellar performer on both sides of the ball, John. He was the Burgers and Beer player of the game, along with Jaden Ayala, against Hopeville in their second game of the season. And here he illustrates why he's a quality ball player for David Shaw, as a great defensive turnover. Tonight's game is being brought to you by
Sanders Incorporated in Architecture and Engineering. Experience innovative design with Jimmy Sanders. From dream to reality, Sanders Incorporated is a proud supporter of Imperial Valley football, and we wish all the Valley schools a safe and successful season. Back to pass. Ayala. Pass is caught, number 24 here in the near side. Jared Nixon gets a first down and electrifies the crowd as he takes it inside to the 30 to the 28-yard line for Imperial. Move those chains.
Nixon, a 6'5" receiver, also an outstanding all-league basketball player, went up the ladder to take that beautifully placed pass by Jaden Ayala, and the Tigers are in business deep into Yellow Jacket territory, their deepest incision here in the first half. Or deepest penetration, I should say. And nothing that's stifles the momentum of an offensive attack, John, like a mental mistake, an offsides penalty.
False start against Imperial. They're going to move it back. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 33. Or the 34, I should say. But that's okay, Vic. It's still first down, and that's good. So we got 3 receivers to the right.
Well, in this offense, they have 4 plays that they like to use from the 40-yard line in.
And the handoff to number 7, that's Julian Jimenez.
And that's the first option, running the ball up the middle with a spread offense engineered by Ayala. And he's got some talented receivers in Nixon, Lopez, and Villacampos as they go trips to the right. John, 2nd and 12, an obvious passing situation.
But little play action, and that is Jared Nixon, brought down by number 7 for the Yellowjackets. That's Janelle Fernandez. But did he get the first down? Yes, they move in the chains, and they'll spot the ball, looks like inside the 20 at about the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10, no huddle offense being utilized by the Tigers.
Fernandez comes into the game with 18 tackles to his credit, and he gave a pop to Nixon on that one.
Timeout is called with 5:15 remaining. No, 51 seconds remaining. I didn't see that decimal point. Unlock your company's potential with Keystone HR, the trusted partner for all your human resource needs. From talent acquisition to employee development, we're here to streamline your HR processes and elevate your workforce. Choose Keystone HR and build a stronger, more productive future for your business. 357-2929. By Sunbelt Rentals. Need equipment for your next project? Look to Sunbelt Rentals. We've got the tools you need, whether it's big or small, from construction to do-it-yourself. We've got you covered. Fast, reliable, and affordable. Visit us at sunbeltrentals.com. And by Marianne Valenzuela Finley, your State Farm insurance agent. We'll get to her right after this play. Imperial on a 1st and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line. Ayala and Jimenez in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right. Ayala, shotgun snap. Looking in that direction to the right. The ball is batted and intercepted by number 5 for the Yellowjackets. That is Osiris Parrish.
Osiris Parrish making that interception.
Named after an Egyptian god, I believe. So 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets, and breaking up the momentum created by the Tigers.
The gods are smiling on the Palo Verde secondary, John, as they use that tip drill to perfection. And once again, the Imperial offense is stifled here in Yellow Jacket territory. So with 44 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, no score in the ball game, the Yellow Jackets will take over deep in their own territory off that interception by Parrish.
Everybody's in tight. Looks like Fernandez got it, breaking away a little bit, but brought down, tackled by number 22 for the Tigers.
That's Eddie Martinez.
So Eddie Martinez in on the stop, but not after Fernandez picks up 6 yards.
Martinez, a defensive back with 10 tackles to his credit, adding to his season total there.
This could be the last play of the first quarter as we're counting down 13 seconds. De Leon under center for the Yellowjackets. Fernandez gang tackled and no gain on the play. And that's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We are scoreless. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
Inner Care since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InterCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InterCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
We're back here live. I'd like to thank Marianne Valenzuela Fenley State Farm Insurance for proudly supporting Valley Sports Network and all the football games played in the fall. With personalized coverage and 24/7 customer support, we're here for you when life throws you the unexpected. Whether it's auto, home, or life insurance, State Farm has your back. Get a quote today and experience the confidence with Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at State Farm Insurance, 344-0447. With bold, thirst-quenching flavors to help you refresh, replenish, and refuel, Prime is a perfect boost for any endeavor. We're confident you'll love it as much as we do. Brought to you by Alfred's Distributing. Vic, switching sides now. The Yellow Jackets going right to left.
And they'll be starting out the second quarter from their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10. No score in the ball game.
They're throwing the ball over the middle. And pass intended for number 22 for the Yellow Jackets.
That was Alonso Hernandez, a junior, wide open, just slightly overthrown as he ran a post pattern from his tight end position. A beautifully thrown pass by the quarterback, De Leon, but couldn't make that connection. So it'll be 2nd and a long 10 from their own 22-yard line. They don't like to pass much, John. Last year, they only threw 11 passes the whole season, but they rushed for 5,000 yards. But both those running backs that have graduated, Macon being one of them, who had 29 touchdowns to his credit.
Fernandez, not much there, Vic, on a 2nd and 10. Now it's coming to a 3rd and 10.
Well, the Imperial Tiger defensive line of Apodaca, Maximus Alvarez, Danny Esquives, and Aaron Arispe, along with Levi Mincher, there toughening up and stiffening there to make it difficult to find a running lane. And then the linebackers of Bo Zinn, along with Reeves, are the keys to this Tiger defense.
3rd and 10. Fernandez turns it up, finds some room, and gets that first down, Vic, as he picks up 11 yards, 12 yards.
Well, that's right, John, and that's the key to the running game of this double wing T is once you pound it inside, have them thinking tight, you have that back that has that speed, the quickness to get to the outside, as evidenced there with Fernandez, and picks up that much-needed first down to keep this drive alive. 10:52 remaining here in the second quarter as it's just underway. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, an exciting football game thus far, but no score in the ball game, though both teams have shown flashes of brilliance here in the early goings.
1st and 10 from the 34 for the Yellow Jackets. Another quick handoff to Fernandez, this time nothing, as he's brought down there by the vaunted Tiger defense. Number 10 there, again in on stop for Imperial. That is Gagiola Mario. So a 2nd and 9.
Well, John, this is an old-fashioned game of smash-mouth football.
Nothing like it.
Toe-to-toe.
Mano a mano.
Pound and ground.
2nd and 9. Ramirez and Fernandez. Maciel's back there too. De Leon. Fernandez now. Penalty flags. Picks up 4, but we'll see what the call is.
It might have been a holding call on the offensive line on a play like that, but we'll see what J.J. Jackson and his crew have witnessed out on the gridiron to make that call. Well, John, one of the keys to this game is Palo Verde has to get the lead and maintain it. If they fall behind by a touchdown or two, because they rely on their running game, they may not have as much practice in their passing game as Imperial does, coming in with their spread offense and able to throw from anywhere on the field.
Well, that was absolutely great analogy, Vic. However, getting back to the game, we've got a face masking call against the Tigers, but you're right. No, it's all mental. Once you get down by a certain amount, it's hard to catch up. But it's all about your attitude out there.
Well, and
you saw that game
but
last
you have
night.
the resources. I mean, if they're going to be using up the clock, with the pound and ground, you want to be able to have a quick strike offense. And I think their longest run from the line of scrimmage has been 40 yards this year by Fernandez.
And there goes Fernandez.
Picks up about 6 yards for a first
outside,
down.
Yeah. He'll move the chains. He'll spot it right about the 44.
So reinforcements, Joe Apodaca Jr., Jose Apodaca, number 66, along with number 77, Ezra Favila, in to anchor the heart of the Tiger defense. The linebackers, via Campos, along with Reeves.
$8:50 remaining in the second quarter.
And Darian Romo, number 18, their leading tackler with 32 tackles thus far this season.
And Ramirez is tackled hard by number 18.
And that's Darian Romo, their leading tackler, making his presence felt there. Great lateral movement by Romo as he came across from his outside linebacking position to come to the near sideline to make that tackle.
The best brand mattresses at the best prices in Imperial Valley. Ahumada's Outlet. Get a free box spring in any mattress purchase and just say the code VSN.
Second and 9, John. Everybody's in tight.
The 45. Fernandez, but penalty flags. False start. Are penalties piling up in your trash area? Team up with CR&R Environmental Services, your local MVPs in trash and recycling. Just like your favorite football squad, we're all about teamwork. Tackle waste problems head on with our reliable collection services that'll keep your community in winning shape. That's CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. And by Jesus Cachu Escobar, Supervisor, District 1, a proud sponsor of Valley Sports Network, and wishes all the Valley teams a great season. Second and 15, 14. Dropping back to pass. De Leon going over the middle. Passes caught in the seam by number 22 for the Yellowjackets.
Alonso Hernandez running that post pattern again, but this time they were able to make that connection as the quarterback De Leon dialed down and put less air under it, and a beautiful reception by Hernandez and a first down as they cross midfield to the 31-yard line of the Tigers.
So a 1st and 10, move those chains. They picked up at least 30 yards, no? So 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets on a beautiful pass from De Leon to Hernandez.
6:50 remaining here in the second quarter. No score in the ball game.
Another play action going over the left side. Pass intended for number 5 for the Yellowjackets. That's Osiris Parrish.
Is it Osiris or Osiris?
Depends what part of the country you're from.
I'll say you were from Egypt.
Osiris. Anyway, that went incomplete. It'll come back to a 2nd and 10. The ball at the 31-yard line going in for the Yellowjackets.
That's what I like about you, John. Not only are you a gentleman, you're a scholar and a man of the words and the letters.
Thank you, Vic. 2nd and 10. Yellowjackets, Maciel in the back. Fernandez and Ramirez. Janelle will get the ball, trying to turn it upfield. Breaks one tackle, stutter steps, and takes it to the original line of scrimmage. He's not getting any yardage on that one.
Well, the Tiger defense rising to the occasion there as Mincher and Arispe were able to corral Fernandez there. And then the linebacking crew of Romo, along with Joel Villacampos, able to come and assist on the play. So it'll be 3rd and a long 10. I mean, it looks like they may have lost a yard on the play, 3rd and 11.
Timeout is called. Tonight's game is brought to you by Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Experience excellence with Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Our skilled team delivers top-notch welding and mechanical solutions for your industrial needs. From precision welding to machinery maintenance, we've got you covered. Choose Ivy Welding and Mechanical for quality craftsmanship and unmatched reliability. Call Fred at 482-WELD. By Imperial Valley College, the #1 college in the United States. By South Cali Air, stocks, installs, and services York and day and night models. Our technicians will fit your home and business with custom solutions. By Grasso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated at 1902 West Main in El Centro. Order to go or come in for that Italian dining experience. And by Driscoll's, serving the Imperial Valley since 1979. They take great pride in the years of experience, quality of custom silk screens, embroidery, and Letterman jackets. Stop by their location at State and Imperial in El Centro.
So the Yellow Jackets, John, left to right, they go with Jesus Flores, Andrew Newton, Wesley Mays, Jesus Jauregui, and Jaden Castillo. The 2 tight ends are Ismael Maciel, number 88, number 22, Alonso Hernandez, a 3rd and 10.
Maciel, the big guy with the ball, breaks a tackle, takes it to the right side. Somebody loses their helmet.
He pounds and grounds his way up the middle.
It's hard to bring him down. He's
behind the blocking of Jauregui and Castillo, and mix in a little Wesley Mays in there, John, and you have a great running combination.
And it'll be 4th and about 2 from inside the 25 at the 23-yard line.
Darian Scott is their place kicker, but I think they're going to go for it here on a 4th and 2.
5:25 remaining, first half. No score in the ball game. Long count.
And it worked to perfection as the Tigers were impatient and offsides, and that they gift the Yellow Jacket offense a 5-yard to give them a first down without having to run a play.
And we got to update Calexico and Hopeville. Calexico's up 7-0 in the first quarter.
Let Kenny James know in Batesville, Arkansas, John.
Yes. Or it could be the second quarter, depending. Yeah, it's probably the second quarter up there.
So the Yellow Jackets were the first down inside the 20.
Ramirez. And manhandled there by number 9 for the Tigers, Ethan Reeves. So a pickup of, I want to say 3. Maybe a 2nd and 7 for.
And John, we have an update at University City, the home of the Centurions. The Brawley Wildcats 13, University City 0.
Wow. Second and 7.
John, after this play, I'd like you to elaborate a little bit on this double wing tee and what are some of the intricacies that make this offense so successful.
And number 7 stopped Erico Ramirez for the Tigers. That is Julian Jimenez. Well, the wing tee is hard to defend because everybody's in tight. You don't know sometimes who has the ball, and you've got this rugby scrum, like as you described it.
So, from an offensive lineman's viewpoint, when you say in tight, the offensive linemen, instead of being separated by 12 to 18 inches, they're foot to foot.
Well,
toe to toe.
sometimes the splits are a yard, down the line from.
But not on the double wing.
On the double wing, everybody's your shoes are touching each other's. And that was Fernandez on the carry. Brings up a 4th and about 4 for the Yellow Jackets.
And of course, the quarterback's under center, but what about the positioning of the running backs, particularly the fullback?
You've got them right behind the tackles that go the opposite directions, and they kind of cross-buck as they get the ball, and they go outside the tackle or sometimes up the middle.
And there's no margin for error as they're in tight, as you can see here on the screen.
And you got Maciel back in there.
On radio, we had to describe the picture.
Janelle with the handoff. Does he get the first down? He gets pretty close. And I think Imperial will hold them and get the ball back. So the Tigers put up a good defensive stand and hold the Yellow Jackets with 3:02 remaining.
So the Yellow Jackets denied again for the third time to get the ball into the red zone and beyond the red zone into the end zone. And so the Tigers will take over with 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. No score in the ball game, but they're backed up deep in their own territory.
So the Bulldogs up 7-0 with 3:11 to go in the first half.
Offensively, the Tigers go with Jose Apodaca, Ethan Fierro, Javier Lugo, Maximus Alvarez, and Jordan Malik on the offensive line. Quarterback is Jaden Ayala. He's joined by Julian Jimenez along with Joel Villacampos, Andres Castro, and Jared Nixon.
Ayala, Jimenez, brought down by number 3, Ramirez, for the Yellow Jackets. No gain on the play for the Imperial Tigers.
Erico Ramirez, 22 tackles coming into tonight's ball game, going both ways tonight on offensive defense, as many of the Yellow Jackets are. So conditioning will be a factor here in this sultry September night.
And it's still hot and humid. Waiting for the west winds, Vic. Ayala back to pass, left side, passes, caught Jared Nixon. 1st and 10, takes it to the 39, brought down by number 5, Osiris Parrish, but not until they move the chains and get that 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
So the 6'5" Jared Nixon split out to the far side, running a post pattern down the middle, hit right in stride by the quarterback. As a running play now, as the Tigers are trying to run their hurry-up offense, not giving the Yellow Jackets time to call their defensive set.
Jimenez picks up 8, makes it 2nd and 2. Ayala, Jimenez, no, he fakes the dive, shoots it over here to number 2, passes, got to get a first down and more. Jaden Lopez, move the chains, get him at the 40-yard line going in. Stopped by number 1 for the Yellow Jackets, Gabriel Ramirez.
So they're quickly moving those chains, John, as the clock is ticking. We're approaching the 1 minute mark.
You got a new running back, number 26 for the Tigers. That's Andres Castro. And you heard the roar of the crowd as he went head on and ran over the would-be tackler.
That's right. He power runner, hasn't seen much action thus far in the game, as we haven't seen his name called out.
The Tigers with a 2-minute drill. Ayala drops it, picks it up, and is sacked. 65 and 22. 65 will give him credit for the sack. That is Jaden Castillo. Lots of Jadens out here, Vic.
A beautiful name, Jaden.
So you've got a loss of 2.
And a time has been called with 40 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the IID, the Imperial Irrigation District, your local public water energy company, providing reliable water service and energy to the Imperial Valley 24/7. The IID keeps the lights on and the water flowing in the Imperial Valley. By Hart Insurance, your full-service insurance agency offering customized protection throughout California and Arizona. We have a heart for personal service. Give us a call at 760-344-1400. by Johnny's Burritos. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to serving you and your family for many years to come. Johnny's Burritos since 1963. And when it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of our community. And by IVC, the #1 community college in the nation, a 2023 Aspen Prize winner. 3rd and long for the Tigers. At the 42, going over the middle. One-handed catch by Alfredo Dorame in the middle. Boy, that might be the player of the play of the game, Vic.
Well, thus far it keeps the drive alive with under 30 seconds remaining.
Move the chains to the 23-yard line, going in. And they're stopping. I think they didn't, with the chain set.
Well, there's a penalty flag there, so it may be movement on the line or offsides.
Offsides on the offense. I guess that they were lined up in the neutral zone.
Well, there was some confusion. Do they go for the play or do they spike the ball to stop the clock?
There's 28 seconds left in the first half. The Tigers will get the ball back 5 yards.
Well, back in the day, John, they used to stop the clock when you'd get a first down. And
until the chains were set.
Right. So you have
1st and 15, Vic.
You have number 26.
At the 27.
Andres Castro, the lone back.
Ayala still in there. Shotgun. Looking for a receiver, left side. And it is intercepted in the end zone as it was intended for Nixon. But
Nixon was behind the defender. And
number 5, I think it was.
That was Osiris or Osiris Parrish coming up with that key interception for.
No, maybe it was number 7, Janelle Fernandez. It was hard to see these numbers out there. But anyway, the Yellow Jackets have the ball, stopped the drive from the Tigers with 21 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, we've seen some stellar defensive plays here, John, in the first 24 minutes of action. And we still have 21 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So this game has gotten back and forth, Vic.
Well, it's played between the 20s, the 20-yard, but, you don't get points for that.
Unless it's flag football. But you got to score. False start. Palo Verde.
Well, last week we saw Vincent Memorial back on their own 3-yard line after intercepting a pass in the closing seconds of the first half, thinking that down by 2 scores, thinking they were going to go in, take a knee, and Jacobo Elias hit Miguel Ruiz for that 97-yard touchdown pass to take him in at halftime. I think that tied the game at 20-20 and gave Vincent Memorial the momentum into the second half to pull out that victory.
De Leon under center. Ramirez with the ball. And dives into the 19-yard line, a pickup of 4.
Who was that number 18, Damian Romo, making the tackle for the Tigers.
And that's the end of the first half. We are scoreless. Imperial, Palo Verde. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901. Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed. Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Letterman and Bros, keeping up with the all-American high school tradition, athletics and academics. 20 years of experience serving the whole Imperial Valley.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new projects on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass.
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs. Bros, it's that time of year again. Team shirt options are available and ready to go out for adult, youth, and toddler sizes. Call us and let us know how we can help at 760-550-6878.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation. Winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence. The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, the
monkey is prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah!
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
InnerCare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to VSS Valley Sports Network, the source for Imperial Valley Sports and Bulldog Media 2023. For John Moreno, this is Vic Carrillo here at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium here in Imperial as a slugfest after 2 quarters of play have had a scoreless first half involving the visiting Palo Verde Yellowjackets, the defending state champions, and the hosting Imperial Tigers here, as neither team has been able to get out of the green zone and into the red zone, let alone into the end zone, John, as good old-fashioned football, a defensive tussle. There have been some flashes of brilliance as some players have shown their athleticism and their skill set, but when push comes to shove, both defenses have denied their opponent from scoring.
Well, that one-handed catch by Alfredo Durame was one of the highlights of that first half, but still, we are scoreless in the first half as we're getting set for the third quarter of play. I'd like to remind you that JJ's Tires has 24-hour road service. New tire sales and service located at 199 Main Street in Brawley. Give JJ a call at 455-3109. And by Casbros in Brawley. We are a design shop that offers trophies and awards, custom t-shirts, embroidery, signs, and banners. By RDO, minimize your downtime and protect your equipment investment. Stop by our Imperial headquarters located at 3275 Highway 86. Nothing runs like a deer. And by La Fonda Bar and Grill. Experience the vibrant flavors of Mexico at La Fonda Bar and Grill. From sizzling carne asada to mouth-watering enchiladas. Located at 1950 South 4th in El Centro. And by the Original Town Pump Steakhouse for the best steaks in the Imperial Valley. Visit the Original Town Pump, located at 200 West Main in Westmoreland. Family fine dining at its best. 344-3663. Call them for reservations. And by the El Centro Police Department, dedicated to serve our community through partnerships, professionalism, and uncompromising excellence. Quality of life, protection, and service is our commitment. By Burgers and Beer for the best burgers in town. You can't make it to the game? Come watch VSN's Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer. Stay tuned for the player of the game, sponsored by Burgers and Beer. By Driscoll's, serving the Imperial Valley since 1979. They take great pride in the years of experience and quality of custom silk screens, embroidery, and Letterman jackets. State and Imperial in El Centro. And by South Cali Air, stocks, installs, and services York and day and night models. Our technicians will fit your home or business with a custom solution to meet your unique needs. That's South Cali Air. Well, Vic, we're getting set for the Tigers to kick off to the Palo Verde Yellowjackets. And deep to receive for the Jackets is number 7. And looks like number 1.
It's Gabriel Ramirez, number 1, and Januel Fernandez, number 7, as a beautifully officiated game headed by Jesse Jackson, the referee, James Bentley, the umpire. Bruce Hartsock, head linesman Randy Ross, your line judge, and Michael Garcia, your back judge, as both teams, like in a boxing match, John, going 12 rounds. The first 6 have been a slugfest, and it's been a draw, 0-0 thus far, as we get set and brace ourselves for 2 quarters of knock'em and rock'em football here that makes the game so popular during the fall season.
Well, you've got the 13-0 lead over Brawley over University City and a 7-7 tie at Hauteville with Calexico. This one will go into the end zone and will not be returned. So the Yellow Jackets will get it at the 20, 1st and 10.
So the Yellow Jackets will come out offensively with Gabriel de Leon at quarterback, Maciel, number 15, the fullback, along with wingbacks number 3, Ramirez, and the number 7, Januel Fernandez. The tight ends are Maciel and Hernandez. The offensive line, Flores, Newton, Mays, Haragi, and Castillo.
And
so they'll start the second half on offense.
Yellow Jackets with De Leon under center. Fernandez will take the handoff, or the little toss, as you call it. But nowhere to go on that one. Stopped by number 55 for the Tigers. That's Danny Esquives.
And that was bringing up Martha and the Vandellas, John, with 11:42 remaining here in the third quarter. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide, 1964.
65. Well, that was the class of 65, Luis Pacheco and Drupi Ortega.
I could have sworn in 7th grade I was dancing to it when I was in 64.
Okay, Vic. Janelle Fernandez with the pitch. And runs out of bounds. Looked like he may have dropped it, but the Yellow Jackets are in possession.
Those were the days, John, from American Bandstand to Hula Baloo and Shindig, that you couldn't sleep at night because your shoes would still be dancing by themselves in the closet, and the noise would keep you up. So 2nd and 9, 11 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. No score in the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. If you just joined us, Palo Verde in green pants, white jerseys, yellow numerals, and solid green helmets. The hosting Tigers of Imperial in all black uniforms with red numerals, red helmets with a white stripe down the center.
De Leon running, he keeps it, takes it up the field. Running to his own man, but hit there by number 7 for the Tigers. That's Julian Jimenez. And Vic, we Googled it. We Googled Martha and the Vandellas, nowhere to run. 1965, Vic.
Okay.
Put that in your Rolodex.
I stand to be corrected.
One thing I do know is artists' names and years when songs came out.
Nevertheless, it was an outstanding tune, and Martha and Vandellas were hit makers in the early 60s, along with the Supremes and Diana Ross. And don't tell me when they came out, John.
Well, it goes against the Yellow Jackets, and they're moving the ball way back into Yellow Jacket territory. So it must have been, looked like a 10-yard, 5-yard penalty.
So it'll be 3rd and about 15. The ball back at the 20-yard line of the Yellow Jackets.
De Leon under center. Maciel, the big man with a handoff. And he'll pick up 4. But it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, thus far, the Tiger defense has been well prepared this week for the Yellow Jacket offense of this double wing in tight offense, as Alfredo Dorame, now wearing jersey number 0, standing back at the Yellow Jacket 48-yard line.
Alonso Hernandez set to punt for the Yellow Jackets. Counting his players. Timeout is called. Tonight's game is brought to you by Esqued Realty. Discover your dream home with Mark Esqued Realty. Our dedicated team is committed to finding the perfect property for you. Trust Mark Esquer Realty for all your property needs. Go see Mark at 357-9707, the Mark of Excellence. And by the Imperial Valley College, founded in 1962, a proud sponsor of VSN's live stream for all Imperial Valley High School sports. La Fonda Bar and Grill, a fiesta of flavor in every bite. Spice up your dining experience with La Fonda, an El Centro tradition at 1950 South 4th Street. Subscribe to our VSN YouTube channel and follow VSN on Instagram. By Reach Medical Response Service, Donnie Wharton reminds you that when seconds count, you can depend on Reach Medical Transportation Service. So getting set to punt the ball on a 4th and long for the Yellow Jackets. Standing very close to his end zone, Alonso Hernandez, end over end. And it takes a Tiger bounce, and they'll get it at the 40 going in, 1st and 10.
So excellent field position for the Imperial Tigers here with 9:54 remaining here in the third quarter. No score in the ball game. They'll get the ball at the 41-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Defensively, the Yellow Jackets will go with defensive end number 15, Maciel. Defensive tackle 65, Castillo. Nose guard, Flores, number 62. The defensive end on the right side is Avila. The linebackers are Richards, Solorio, Ramirez, and Lopez. The defensive backs, Fernandez, Parrish, and De Leon.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ayala with a new running back going all the way. Andres Castro gets a lot of yardage on the handoff, at least 18 yards. We'll take it to about the 22.
An excellent running lane, but provided by Maximus Alvarez and Jordan Malik on the left side of the offensive line as they go into the hurry-up offense.
Again, Castro. He's just pounding his way. Another 1st down and another pickup of 15. Inside the 10, a 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Well, in basketball, John, coaches used to say the team that comes out the first 3 minutes of the third quarter will dictate who's going to win the game. Football's a little bit different.
Might as well give it to Castro. This time he stopped 65 there in on stop for the Yellow Jackets.
That's Jaden Castillo.
So Tigers faced with a 2nd and goal from the 7 or 8. Castro finds a lot of room. Touchdown, Imperial.
So with 8:52 remaining in the third quarter.
6 yards out, Andres Castro gets the handoffs and takes it to the house.
So the Tigers draw first blood, taking a 6-0 lead over the visiting Palo Verde Yellowjackets as we get set for the point after attempt. And that's Joel Robles, number 11.
Almost blocked, but he split the uprights, and we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium here in Imperial. The Tigers with 8:52 on a Castro run up the middle, hit pay dirt and draw first blood, and take after the Joel Robles place kick, have taken a 7-0 lead.
And that'll go into the end zone and not be returned, so it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets at their own 20-yard line.
So, John, after a scoreless first half on both sides of the ball for both teams, right away they come out, the Imperial Tigers taking advantage of excellent field position on that short punt by the Yellowjackets, and have now hit pay dirt as the Yellowjackets find themselves down by a score of 7-0.
De Leon under center. 1st and 10 at the 20. And Janelle Fernandez will take it to the right side, but he'll pick up 7 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 3 from the 27.
Well, the longest run from scrimmage for the Yellowjackets this year is a 40-yarder. So as far as having breakaway speed to outrun the Tiger secondary, that remains to be seen thus far.
Fernandez back and forth. And the ball carrier is number 12. We haven't seen him before, but that is Julius Lasley. But he'll get a first down. They'll move the chains. They'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line.
Well, Lasley had come into the game with 26 carries, John, and 161 yards in the first 4 games of the season, and 1 touchdown to his credit. But the bulk of the ball carrying is handled by Januel Fernandez, who had 70 carries coming into tonight's game and 7 touchdowns.
Fernandez again, and brought down from behind, grabbed first by number 7 and helped by number 9. That's Julian Jimenez and Ethan Reeves.
Well, Julian Jimenez with 17 tackles to his credit coming into tonight's ball game. Ethan Reeves, who has 5 quarterback sacks to his credit, as well as 28 tackles, like his number, is making his presence felt there on defense.
Under 7 minutes in the 3rd quarter remaining. 2nd and 9 for the Yellowjackets.
So the Tiger defense filling the box, as you would say, John, in defensive jargon.
Number 12, Lasley.
Julius Lasley, again, only a junior.
Picks up 5. It'll be a 3rd and about 3rd and 3.
Now the Tiger defense, John, daring the Yellowjackets to pass. When they've gone into passing formation, it's from the tight end. That's been Alonso Hernandez from his tight end position, running a post pattern. So it's only 1 receiver being defended by 3 defensive backs.
And what they're doing is they're quick toss to Fernandez, then he gives it to Lasley. So
no one fooled on that play. As number 31, Mario Tapia, there at the bottom of the pile.
4th and a yard. The ball at the 45.
So 5:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Yellowjackets trying to respond to the Imperial Tigers score off the legs of Castro on that short touchdown run. And dragged down by his jersey is Fernandez.
But he gets a first down, Vic, crosses midfield and takes it to the Imperial Tiger 47-yard line.
And that was Jaden Lopez, number 2, who made that tackle with the hanging on to his jersey. You know, the Texas Longhorns in the late 60s had these tearaway jerseys so that their running backs running the wishbone couldn't be brought down that easily.
Lasley with a toss this time. Going to the right, gets a first down. Will take it inside the 37-yard line. So a 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets.
A little trickery employed by the Yellowjackets there as the second man through received the handoff from number 8 quarterback Gabriel de Leon, and that was Lazarus as he picks up a much-needed first down with 4:29 remaining here in the third quarter.
Lazarus? Lasley.
Julius Lasley.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
At the Hoville Calexico game, third quarter, 5:02 remaining, still tied at 7. So a lot of these games are close here tonight with the exception of Brawley University City.
Well, the schools are evenly matched. They've known each other since their Pop Warner days, John. And these rivalries are rekindled again, even though they're in different leagues and different divisions. It's always good to play your Valley rivals.
Right, absolutely.
And there's a strong history that goes back to when, 1916?
To Hoville Calexico, 1915, I believe.
I stand to be corrected again, John.
Just by a year, Vic, but we got to give the accurate information out there.
Well, that's the educator in you, even though you're an administrator now, John.
Still educating. 1st and 10 for the Jackets.
Bring out that ruler and that red pencil.
Fernandez running into traffic and tackled hard by number 7 and number 9, Reeves and Jimenez.
Julian Jimenez.
So they'll give him the forward progress, give him a yard, make it 2nd and 9. Under 4:10 remaining, third quarter.
So number 9, Ethan Reeves, playing a stellar game on the defensive end. And it looks like we have a future Tiger making his way up the field.
Rachel Avila. Number 1, the ball carrier, Gabriel Ramirez.
And tripped up by his numerical counterpart, number 1, Brandon Felix of the Tiger defensive secondary. So it'll be
3rd and 8. The ball right at the 35-yard line. De Leon stopping the play in motion. False start.
And that was a quick toss to the wingback, Gabriel Ramirez.
So Brawley's looking good, 20-0 over University City. And that game is being called by Will Torres and Ron Rubio. And I'm not sure if Coach Mike Swearingen is in the mix.
Is it part of his contract to a sweetheart deal to do long distance travel beyond?
Well,
beyond the perimeters of Imperial County.
Anything to get out of the heat, Vic, in a sultry September night here in 2023.
They did an excellent job last night calling the Granite Hills Central Spartan game. Excellent defensive play by, is that number 22 for the Imperial?
Well, that was Gabriel Ramirez for the Jackets,
And
faced now with a 4th and long.
And number 22, Eddie Martinez, coming up from his cornerback position to make that tackle.
So the Jackets may have to punt.
Well, it was tackled for a loss there, I believe. Or is it 4th and 10?
4th and 10 still. It looks like they're going to go for it with 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. They're going to go with it. Passing to the right side. Man is open.
Was that number 22?
That's
Alonso,
22.
Alonso
Hernandez. Does he get the first down? He gets pretty close.
This time he ran a flag pattern from his tight end position where he went straight up 10 yards and then angled towards the flag in the corner, which is now the orange marker.
Well, they didn't get it, so the Tigers will take over with 2:12 to go, third quarter, up 7-0.
From the naked eye, it looked like he had it, John, but what do we know? We're just up here calling the game.
Well, we know a lot of things, Vic. We know that those burgers over there on the visitor side look pretty good. You can see the smoke in the air. Castro with a handoff. Stopped by 23 and number 13 for the Yellowjacket, number 19.
Number 19 is number 6, Rigo Lopez, who was wearing jersey number 6, is now 19.
And Jamian Solorio also there stopping Castro for the Tigers. Taking the dive, quick pass, tip drill, caught, intended for 2. Jaden Lopez caught by Jaden Wilson. The Jaden to Jaden connection.
From Jaden Ayala.
From Jaden Ayala.
So
Jaden Ayala threw the ball to Jaden Wilson, to Jaden
Lopez, who tipped it to Jaden Wilson. So
that's a first.
So jokers are wild, John. Jaden's.
And it's a first down. Castro pounding his way, picking up 4.
Brought down by number 52, Jesus Flores, a senior.
And about a minute to go in this third quarter.
So the Imperial Tigers, as the clock is winding down here in the third quarter, the ball at their own 45-yard line, nursing a 7-0 lead over the always tough Yellowjackets of Palo Verde.
Castro. Not much there, Vic.
Not much there. I guess you could bring out the song from 1965, Martha and the Vandellas once again. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. But he was dancing in the streets a little while ago, John, when he made it into the end zone for the first score of the ball game. And you can tell us and our viewing audience whether that was before or after.
Before or after what?
Martha and the Vandellas, nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
1965 on KAMP Radio, 1430. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Experience innovative design with Jimmy Sanders Architecture and Engineering. From a dream to reality, we craft spaces that inspire. Sanders Incorporated is a proud sponsor of Imperial Valley football, and we wish all our Imperial Valley schools a safe and successful season. By Keystone HR. Unlock your company's potential with Keystone HR, the trusted partner for all your human resource needs. We're here to streamline your HR processes and elevate your workforce. Choose Keystone HR and build a stronger, more productive future for your business. 357-2929. By Sunbelt Rentals. Need equipment for your next project? Look to the expert at Sunbelt Rentals. We've got the tools you need, whether it's big or small, from construction to do-it-yourself, fast, reliable, and affordable rentals. Visit our website at sunbeltrentals.com. And by Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, your State Farm Insurance agent. Personalized coverage, 24/7 customer support. We're here for you when life throws you the unexpected. Call Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 344-0447. And here we are, third down, fourth quarter, 7-0. Tigers have the football going right to left. Jaden Ayala with Castro in the backfield, getting directives from head coach David Shaw.
Into the ball game, number 12, Sonny Beltran. Oh, there's names all over the place, John.
Fake the dive to Castro, looking left side. Another tip drill off the shoulder pads of Janelle Fernandez.
Well, you know, the secondary of Palo Verde is very impressive. They've had their hands on most of these pass plays, breaking up passes, etc., and that trying to thread the needle there on that pass, Ayala, unsuccessful as they're faced with a 4th and 5.
And we'll get to CRNR incorporated after this play.
So into punt number 11, Joel Robles for the Tigers.
And back to receive. Doesn't look like there's anybody. Takes a Yellow Jacket bounce inside the 20. Penalty flags flown. So the 16-yard line. The Tigers will get it, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Well, the officiating crew of Jesse Jackson, the head referee, he's in the white hat. James Bentley is the umpire. Bruce Hartsock is the head linesman. Randy Ross, is the line judge. And the back judge is Michael Garcia. So are we going to repeat the play?
Looks like that they're going to punt again. But they've got the ball. The umpire has the ball at the 16.
And the Tigers were lining up for punt formation, but now they're coming off the field. And the defensive unit is jogging out there as the Yellow Jackets will start inside their own 20-yard line.
CRNR Incorporated. Are penalties piling up in your trash area? Team up with CRNR Environmental Services, your local MVPs for trash and recycling. Just like your favorite football squad, we're all about teamwork. Tackle waste problems head on. CRNR Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. So the Jackets with a 1st and 10. The ball now at the 21. So most of a 15-yard penalty, I guess. Janelle Fernandez having a tough time bringing it up the field, but with a 3-yard gain.
And that was number 64, Maximus Alvarez. Alvarez from his inside line, defensive line position, came into the game with 12 tackles to his credit.
We've got an update, Calexico and Hopeville. Hopeville's up 14-7 with 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Up 14-7, Hopeville. Fernandez. Brought down real hard there by number 9 for the Tigers, Ethan Reeves. But gaining 5 as he takes it to about the 38-yard line. Got to get to a little over about the 41.
Well, 3rd and 3 as the offensive line, Hernandez, Flores, Newton, Mays, Haragi, and Castillo of the Yellow Jackets trying to control the trenches and win the battle there, the inside mano a mano, hand to hand. A long 3 yards for a first down.
Looked like some fumble And I believe the Yellow Jackets fell on it. So they've got 4th down and 3 yards to go.
Well, Jesse Flores in there to make that stop, along with number 66, Jose Apodaca. Ethan Reeves, the middle linebacker. Keep an eye on him.
Fernandez. And Reeves looks like he may have had a hand in it. Number 33. And
That
getting
was
up out of the pile.
Joel Villacampos.
And 53.
That was Aaron Arispe. So a combined effort by the Tigers, but the Yellow Jacket offense prevails.
Gets a 1st down, Vic.
That's right, with 9:28 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
They needed 3, they got 4 yards.
So the ball at the 42-yard line of Palo Verde.
1st and 10. Number 13, number 12, the ball carrier coming around the side.
That's Lasley.
Lasley getting a 1st down and more. Looks like he picked up a good 16, 17 yards. They'll spot it inside the 40 at the 39.
Well, a pair of fresh legs there exhibited by Julius Lasley, giving the Yellow Jacket offense a boost as he crosses midfield and sprints inside the 40-yard line of the Tigers to the 39.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Experience excellence with Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Our skilled team delivers top-notch welding and mechanical solutions for your industrial needs. From precision welding to machinery maintenance, we've got you covered. Choose Ivy Welding and Mechanical for quality craftsmanship and unmatched reliability. Call Fred at 760-482-WELD. By Johnny's Burritos, founded by Johnny and Ana Maria Palomino in 1963, serving homemade Mexican-American food, located in Imperial and Brawley. By Jesus Cachu Escobar, Supervisor District 1, a proud sponsor of VSN, and wishes all Valley teams a great season. For over 70 years, Hart Insurance has provided insurance solutions to the residents of Brawley, El Centro, and surrounding areas throughout California. We have a heart for insurance. On our new location on K Street in Brawley. Subscribe to VSN YouTube channel and follow VSN on Instagram. IID is your local public water and energy company providing reliable water service and energy to Imperial Valley 24/7. The IID is keeping the lights on and the water flowing in the Imperial Valley. Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Proud supporter of the U.S. military and Imperial Valley communities. 1st and 10. .12, the ball carrier.
Brought down by number 33, Joel Villacampos, from his outside linebacking position.
Picks up 2. And now Brawley's up 27-0 over University City. Looked like a sack.
That was Joel Villacampos.
Down goes
coming from his outside
Leon.
outside linebacking position. Catching him by the ankles as he tried to scramble out of the pocket, running to his left. 3-yard loss on the play.
7:39 remaining.
So 3rd down and a long 13. The ball at the far hash mark in front of the Palo Verde bench. The wind not a factor tonight, John, for an aerial attack.
3rd and short. Going to their bread and butter. Fernandez, doesn't have it quite there.
Did he get back
got to the 40, but needs to get to the 39.
the original line of scrimmage. They have to get to the 29 for a first down.
Oh, yes. I didn't see that.
I wasn't correcting you, though.
You were. I'm glad because...
Notice how I paused and waited for you to...
Because I'm looking through the binoculars. It's hard to see those numbers, Vic. Yellow on white. So 4th and 11. At the 40, Janelle runs into his man. Does he get enough yardage? No, he still needs to get to the 29, and he gets to the 30.
That was a 4th and 11, and he picked up 10 yards.
Penalty flag, holding. That penalty is declined. First down, Imperial Tigers. With 6:26 remaining in this football game. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Ready?
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. John Moreno with a call.
Julian Jimenez almost broke it away.
Brought down by number 3, Erico Ramirez.
And picks up 3 on the run. The ball at the 35.
Ramirez, one of the leading defenders for the Yellowjackets, came into tonight's ball game with 22 tackles from his defensive back position.
2nd and 6. Castro with a handoff. And takes it past the 40, but not. And does he get the first down?
It looked like he might be a yard shy.
Well, they're moving it. Oh yeah.
So with a 2nd and 6, he picked up. Well, it looks like he did pick up the first down.
1st and 10.
So he did pick up the 6 yards
at the 41.
So the Tigers wanting to run it in between the tackles behind Arispe, Melek, Alvarez, and Apodaca, along with Fierro, to control the clock here.
Castro spinning. Brought down by number 19 and number 23. That's Rigo Lopez and Jamian Solorio.
Once again, Castro on the carry. He's ahead for a game.
So the Tigers moving the ball on the ground, Vic.
So the Tigers trying to employ their version of pound and ground.
Fakes the dive to Jimenez, passes, caught in the seam, all the way down, touchdown, Imperial, number 5, Jaden Ayala.
To number 2, Jaden Lopez. Number 5 threw the pass, right?
Who was that?
Number 2, Jaden Lopez.
The Jaden Lopez, okay, yeah. Jaden Lopez to Jaden Ayala to Jaden Lopez. 52-yarder, Vic.
And that might be the first nail in the coffin, John. With 4:48 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Imperial looking to extend its lead from 13-0 on this Robles point-after attempt.
It's good. So with 4:48 remaining, 14-0, Imperial. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience.
Back here live at Imperial High School. Imperial just scored a 52-yard reception. Jaden Lopez.
Well, that brought the crowd to its feet, John, as it electrified the viewing audience here at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium as another Robles kickoff goes into the end zone, denying Palo Verde an opportunity to run the ball back.
And they got less than 5 minutes to go.
5 minutes to try to score twice and convert on the extra points to tie the game. And at the varsity level, they do go into overtime if the game ends into a tie. I'd like to thank John Seaman from the Imperial Valley Referees Association for bringing that to our attention last week.
Yeah, all ties go into overtime, right? All games that tie go into overtime. La Chona, the band, picking up the pep tune.
And that's a fight song from Tijuana High School.
Janelle Fernandez with the handoff. Picks up 4, 2nd and 6 from the 24.
So the Tiger defense of Jaden Lopez, Caleb Walters, Julian Jimenez, Ethan Reeves, along with Darian Romo and Eddie Martinez, trying to put the clamps on the vaunted running game of the Yellowjackets of Palo Verde, located in Blythe, California. The backfield, defensive backfield of Villacampos Felix, there to provide run support.
Lasley picks it up 4. Looks like he may have gotten the first down. He's down at the 30. 1st and 10.
Was that number 9 Reeves making the tackle there?
I think so. Ethan Reeves, 1st and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line for the Jackets. Janelle Fernandez, stutter step, turns it in. Reeves makes him turn it in, and he stopped there by number, I think it's 19 or 10. Number 18, sorry.
Darian Romo. Romo, the leading tackler on the Tiger defense thus far this year, and Reeves, the leading sack master for the Tigers with 5 coming into this ball game.
A pickup of 5 for the Yellowjackets. 2nd and 5 from the 35. Quick toss to number 1 and brought down from behind, Gabriel Ramirez.
So the quarterbacking of Gabriel De Leon, the running of Rico Ramirez, Janiel Fernandez, and Julius Lasley, along with Gabriel Ramirez on that play, trying to get something going here with 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Palo Verde has to score quickly.
3rd and 5 for the Jackets.
If they want to have a say-so on the outcome of this ball game.
Lasley. Lasley with a couple there. 4th and 2 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is the sole property of VSN, the Valley Sports Network. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the owners is strictly prohibited. So 1:45 remaining here in a beautifully played game, John, by both sides of the ball, offense and defense. If you're a football purist, you've had to love the action that you're witnessing tonight.
And there was nothing there on that double exchange there, and brought down Lasley, and that is 66.
That's Jose Apodaca.
putting a stop on the play. So the Tigers, looks like they got this one in the bag.
Well, it looks like they may be taking the victory formation with 1:26 remaining to run out the clock.
And we still have our Burgers and Beer player of the game. 2 of them. And now we have 20-7, Hopeville over Calexico. Jimenez finds a lot of room, takes it to the 20. A good gain, stopping the clock at 1:18. First and 10, the Tigers. Jimenez. Julian Jimenez will get more yardage on that carry. And the Tigers can still score here. 45.
Well, Jimenez, the leading ball carrier as far as rushing is concerned, 372 yards coming into tonight's ball game with 3 touchdowns to his credit. And he's maintaining the ball control and clock control here for the Tigers with his hard running style, running behind the blocking of Apodaca and Alvarez and Malik there on the front 5 for the Imperial Tigers.
False start. And they're going to take the victory formation here, Vic. And a great game for the Tigers. So as we wait for the waning seconds to go off the clock, the Tigers are going to win tonight 14-0 over the visiting Palo Verde Yellowjackets, state champs from last year, defending. So the Tigers displayed an excellent game tonight, both offense and defense. It was a struggle the first half, but scoring 2 touchdowns in the second puts the Tigers on top.
Well, that was the outcome of the game, John. Whoever was going to score first was going to control the destiny of this ball game, and the Tigers on their home field were able to outlast the dangerous Palo Verde Yellowjackets under Wally Grant as they fall to 2-3 on the season here as they get ready for league play. The Tigers, a Division III team, extending their record to 4-1.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901. Tire Company. We are a local family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
We're back here live at Imperial High School, Vic. Let's talk about the players of the game tonight for the Burgers and Beer and VSN player of the games.
Well, John, there were a lot of outstanding plays throughout the game. from Jared Nixon in his receiving in the first half, Castro in the second half scoring that first touchdown, but consistently throughout the game keeping the defense at bay and giving the Tigers an opportunity to score, particularly between the 20-yard lines, was running back Julian Jimenez, who also played a stellar defensive game, and standing out on defense for the Tigers was number 9, Ethan Reeves. So those are the 2 players of the game to be recognized by Burgers and Beer with a $50 gift certificate for each.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you all for watching our game tonight. I'd like to thank our program director, Will Torres at VSN Sports, our technician in the booth, Jose Alejos, and our cameraman, Luis Panchito Garcia, and of course, all the people that made this broadcast possible, our sponsors. Join us next week from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night when VSN will travel to somewhere. We'll get you that later. Again, tonight's final score, Imperial 14, Palo Verde 0 for Vic Carrillo. This is John Moreno in our 30th year of bringing you live coverage, this time on the Valley Sports Network, saying good night, and we'll see you next time.